Seatbelts are often regarded as simple restraints, yet their operation is an elegant application of physics, materials, science, and human factors engineering. In a modern vehicle, the belt is not merely intended to prevent ejection, it is designed to manage energy, distribute force, and coordinate with other safety systems during a collision. The central principle is momentum reduction over time. In a sudden stop, an unrestrained occupant continues moving forward at the vehicle's prior speed. The seatbelt introduces a controlled deceleration, lengthening the interval over which the body comes to rest. This matters because injury severity is strongly related to the magnitude and abruptness of force. By increasing stopping time, the belt reduces peak force on the body. A three-point belt achieves this through two anchoring paths, one across the pelvis and one diagonally across the chest. The pelvis and rib cage are chosen deliberately because they can tolerate greater loads than the abdomen or neck. A proper fit places the lap portion low across the hip bones and the shoulder portion across the sternum and clavicle, not the soft tissues of the stomach or throat. This is not a cosmetic detail, it is a biomechanical necessity. Modern belts also use an inertia reel, which allows normal movement but locks during rapid deceleration or abrupt belt pull. This feature resolves a dual problem. It preserves comfort in ordinary driving while becoming rigid in a crash. Pretensioners then tighten the belt in the first milliseconds of impact, removing slack before the body begins its forward excursion. Load limiters may follow, allowing a controlled amount of webbing to spool out so that chest forces do not rise excessively. These mechanisms transform the belt from a static strap into a dynamic safety device. The belt does not work alone. It is part of an integrated system that includes airbags, crumple zones, seats, and head restraints. An airbag, for example, is most effective when the occupant is properly restrained, because the belt positions the body so that the airbag can cushion, rather than violently strike, the torso and head. In this sense, the belt is the primary controller of occupant motion, and the airbag is a secondary protective surface. A common misconception is that seat belts protect only by preventing complete movement. In reality, their greatest value lies in managing how the body moves. They prevent contact with the steering wheel, dashboard, and windshield, reduce the risk of partial ejection, and help maintain a survivable posture within the compartment. Even in severe crashes, survival often depends less on avoiding all motion than on ensuring that motion is directed and limited. The effectiveness of seatbelts is therefore not accidental. It emerges from careful engineering of forces, timing, body geometry, and restraint behavior. What appears to be a simple strip of fabric is, in fact, a calibrated life-saving system that converts catastrophic deceleration into a controlled physical event.